So welcome back everyone. So in the further part of the today's session of the subject surveying one, we are going to see the next part, that is sensitivity of bubble tube. So myself, Assistant Professor Nitish Mohite, working in the Department of Civil Engineering, Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering, Kolhapur. Okay. So as the name indicates, sensitivity of bubble. Okay, so we are knowing that it is nothing but one kind of sense. So during the conduction of the practical, you might have seen that whenever we are going to do the leveling operation, okay, so unless and until the bubble is at the center of its run, we can't move further. So for that, what we are doing, we are fixing the instrument over the tripod stand, adjusting the tripod legs correspondingly, and accordance to that, okay, and then with the by keeping the two legs firm in the ground and moving the third leg inside outside, we are bringing the bubble to the run at the center of its run approximately. Then by keeping the bubble tube parallel to the 2 foot screws, moving the 2 foot screws simultaneously inside outside, that is clockwise anti-clockwise, we are bringing perfectly at the center and then making it perpendicular, and with the help of 3rd foot screw only, we are bringing the bubble at the center of its run. Okay, but suppose when the bubble is been deviated by any graduation, okay, so that means we are knowing that certain graduations are there. So like I will show you the sketch 1 minute. Okay, so like this is nothing but your longitudinal bubble tube, okay, which is provided over your dumpy level. Okay, so it is like this, so in which certain graduations are there like this, you might have seen. Okay, on both the sides like this, certain divisions are been given. Okay, got it. And in between this, the bubble is there. Okay, so this is nothing but the bubble. So unless and until the bubble is at the center, we don't move further. Okay, that is, we don't take the staff readings. Got it. So for that purpose, okay, so unless and until the bubble is at the center, we can't move further. But suppose there is certain deviations, so that is nothing but it is touching this one deviation, so there will be change in the staff reading. Okay, so that is nothing but dealing with the sensitiveness of the bubble tube. So in general, the concept of sensitiveness is related with the deviation of the bubble, so which has been caused by the movement of this bubble per division of its moment. So you can call it as the term sensitiveness in the context of a bubble. Okay, so it is related with the bubble. So in which the effect cause is caused by the deviation of the bubble per division of the graduation of the bubble tube. So we are going to check it correspondingly what is the change in the staff reading, and according to that we are going to calculate there is certain relation of this bubble tube, because this bubble tube is present inside this bubble tube in this manner, in the curve manner. Okay, so like this is actually box which is in fixed. Okay, and this is the bottom part. Okay, when I'm going to take it, and in which this is the bubble which is been fixed. Okay, so we are going to check it whenever there is change in the position of the bubble. Okay, so in general we can call the sensitiveness of bubble tube, that is nothing but effect caused by the deviation of the bubble per division of the graduation of the bubble tube. Okay, so how we are going to determine the sensitiveness of the bubble tube? Okay, so take an example that when we are going to conduct the practical, so O is the position at which my instrument is being kept, that is dumpy level, and P is the position at which my leveling staff is being held at a distance capital D. Okay, correspondingly this is the extreme end of the bubble tube at one end. Okay, and this is the extreme end of the bubble tube. Okay, so correspondingly I will show you here. So this is the extreme end one, and this is the extreme second end. So here is the E and here is the E1. Likewise I have done the marking E1 and E. Okay, so alpha is the angle of curvature, R is the radius, okay, S is the staff intercept. So correspondingly, when the staff is at the extreme left hand side, the E1B is the staff reading when the bubble is at the extreme left hand, and correspondingly this CEA or correspondingly CA is the staff reading when the bubble is at the extreme right end. Okay, and the difference between the two staff reading is nothing but the staff intercept, which is denoted by capital S. Okay, so got it. So O is the instrument station position, that is dumpy level. P is the staff position, which is kept at a distance D. Okay, and we are going to determine the sensitiveness of the bubble tube. Okay, so here in this case, R into alpha is nothing but arc. This EE1 is nothing but R into alpha. So this has been calculated by considering the triangle OEE1 and ACB. Okay, then alpha is correspondingly equal to, I'm going to transfer this value, it becomes EE1 upon R, which is nothing but N into small d divided by R. Okay, so N is nothing but the number of divisions by which the bubble is been moved. Okay, so that means when it touches the first division, so it will be N is equal to 1. When it will be touching the second, it will be N is equal to 2. And small d, okay, small d is nothing but the distance between these two graduations, so which is nothing but 2 mm. So that we'll get it clear when we are going to solve it, the equation. Okay, so after solving it, okay, so this d is sometimes denoted as small l also, that is length of one division of the bubble tube, so which is 2 mm. So I'm going to just make the comparison. So EE1 upon R is also equal to S upon D. Okay, by making use of the isosceles triangle property, EE1 upon R is equal to S upon D. So I'm going to equate this equation number 1 and equation number 2. Okay, so that I can get the value of R, because the sensitiveness of the bubble tube is measured in terms of radius of curve and angle of curvature. So that is R and alpha. So if I want the equation in terms of R, I'm going to transfer this R on the right hand side and transfer this S at the bottom and D at the top. Okay. So from equation 1 and 2, as I told you, so the equation will become NDD upon S. Okay, or it might be also NLD upon S. Okay, and alpha is equal to, correspondingly it has been transferred. So where this is R is nothing but the radius of curve, which has been measured in terms of meter. N is the number of divisions by which the bubble has been moved. L is the length of one division, that is 2 mm, that is the distance between the two divisions, and D is the distance between the instrument and the staff, and S is the staff intercept. Okay, so it can be written as this manner also. Okay, so this is the equation relating with the R, that is radius of curve, but we are interested in also finding out the alpha value, that is angle of curvature. So correspondingly, we are having the equation as ND upon R is equal to S upon D. So we are going to equate it. Okay, so S upon D is equal into 1 upon N. So we are interested that what will be the angle of curvature when one division bubble is been moved by, when the bubble is been moved by two divisions. So correspondingly, we are going to divide it by N. Okay, so this value comes out to be in terms of radians. Okay, but correspondingly, if we want in terms of seconds, so it is to be measured multiplied by 206265 seconds. So 1 radian corresponds to 206265 seconds. So this is the equation by which we can find out the angle of curvature alpha dash, that is S upon ND into 206265 seconds, and this is the equation for finding out the radius of curvature, that is R is equal to NLD upon S or NDD upon S. Okay, so now just take an example that I am standing with my instrument, that is dumpy level, on O position. So this is my O position and this is the point P, okay, which is at a distance 30 meters. So what I am going to do, I am going to bisect the staff when the bubble is at the center, okay, and take the staff readings when the bubbles are being moved by one division, two divisions, three divisions. So that is the practical that we are going to conduct. So we'll get it clear. Okay. So this is nothing but the sketch of the bubble tube. Okay, longitudinal bubble tube. So these are the graduations. Okay, you can see it here, and this is the bubble inside it here. So which has been mounted over the dumpy level. Okay, so likewise here you can see. Okay, so here is the bubble tube. Here actual photo. This is a pictorial image. So graduations are there and bubble is present here. Okay, so we are going to determine the sensitiveness of the bubble tube according to that. This is the observation table which is to be used for calculating the R and alpha. So as per the diagram, okay, this is this sketch. O is the position where I have kept my instrument. P is the staff position. D is the distance at which it is kept. Okay, and staff intercept we are going to calculate it. Okay. So O is the instrument station, P is the staff station, distance is 30 meter. So we are going to take when the bubble is at the center, that staff reading, we are going to enter it here. Okay. Then as I told you, we are going to move the bubble by single division. Okay. So when the bubble is been moved by one division, I'm going to write down that reading here. Okay. Then when the bubble is been moved by two divisions total in addition to the first. So that I'm going to write it here. And when total, when it is going to be moved by three divisions. So in addition to the first two divisions, additional one, that is three divisions. That I'm going to write down the staff reading at this third row. Okay. So the difference between the staff reading when the bubble was at the center and the staff reading when the bubble was being moved by n divisions, that difference I'm going to calculate and write it here. That will be S1, that is staff intercept S. So the difference between this correspondingly, okay, the difference between when the bubble is at the center and the bubble is been moved by n divisions, that is n is equal to 2. Whatever is the difference, I'm going to write it here. That is nothing but S2. And likewise, that is of the S3 staff intercept. So right now, as per the formula, you are having the distance D, N you are having, and staff intercept you are having. Only just you are going to calculate three values of radius of curvature, that is R1, R2, R3, and angle of curvature alpha 1, alpha 2, and alpha 3. And then the average you are going to calculate, that will be nothing but radius of curvature and angle of curvature, that is nothing but the sensitivity of bubble tube. Okay. So I will show you the how the moment of the bubble is been taken. Okay, so when the bubble is at the center, I am going to take down the reading. Okay, so when the bubble is at the center, okay, this is the first case. So initially it was at the center, so I'm going to move by one division and touch the first division. So that is n is equal to 1. Okay, so likewise I'm going to move it. Okay, so when n is equal to 2 means what? It is going to touch this division, this graduation on the bubble tube. Okay, got it. So this is n is equal to 1, this is n is equal to 2. So that is the bubble is been moved by 2. So and in addition to the first, addition only 1. So total 2 divisions. And lastly, I am going to move by again one division, that is correspondingly 3. So accordingly, when the bubble is at the center, I am going to bisect the staff and take the staff reading. Again, when it has been moved by one division at the same position of the staff, that is at the P, I am going to take the bisect the staff and note down the reading again for n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. Correspondingly, after the movement of the bubble by division 1, 2, and 3, correspondingly note down the reading and enter in the observation table. Okay. So after taking the reading, okay, so as I told you, correspondingly, these are the readings which I have done. Okay, so in order to get the concept clear, okay, so when the bubble was at the center, the staff reading was coming out to be 1.28. Okay, so when the bubble was been moved by one division, the reading on the staff was 1.29. Okay, when the bubble was been moved by two divisions, the staff reading was 1.315. When the staff is correspondingly the bubble was been moved by three divisions, the staff reading was 1.345. Okay, so the difference between the bubble when the bubble was been moved by one division and that of the staff reading when the bubble was at the center, that difference that we have calculated, that is S1. Okay, so the value comes out to be 0.01. Similarly, this 1.315 minus 1.28, that is bubble moved by n division, that is n is equal to 2, and the bubble at the center. So I am getting the value of staff intercept S2 as 0.035 and when the bubble was been moved by 3 divisions, that is 1.345 was the staff reading I am getting, and when the bubble was at the center, that staff reading was 1.8. That difference I am getting as when calculated at 0.065. So I'm going to enter it in the observation table. Okay, so after doing this, so we are knowing that correspondingly the formulas correspondingly for calculating the radius of curvature is nothing but NLD upon S, and angle of curvature alpha is equal to S upon ND into 206,265. So the length of one division is nothing but between the two graduations. Okay, here you can see clearly. So the distance between two this graduation is nothing but 2 mm. Okay, so which is supposed to be taken into consideration, that is here, that is value of L. Okay, so all the values will be in terms of meters. So correspondingly, we are going to convert this mm in terms of meter. So it will be either 0.002 meter or 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter, and make use for the calculation. So case 1. So when n is equal to 1, so S1 we have calculated, that is when the staff reading, okay, so the staff reading was 1.29, bubble moved by 1 division. Staff reading at the center was 1.28, calculated staff intercept 0.01. Okay, so that is case 1. Okay, so that is 0.01 meter. So according to that, I have made use of the formula R is equal to NLD upon S, R1 is equal to N1 upon S1 into LD. So 1 is the correspondingly bubble by which it has been moved by division. 2 into 10 to the power minus 3, that is the length of one division, and 30 meter is the distance between the instrument and the staff. And this is the S1 which we have calculated. So this R1 comes out to be 6 meter. Okay, and similarly I calculated alpha 1 by making use of the formula S1 upon N1 into D. So here it is to be multiplied by 206265 in the formula. Okay. So according to that, I am getting the value in terms of seconds as 68.755 seconds. So likewise, I am going to do the calculations when n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. Okay, so for n is equal to 2, the staff reading was 1.315. When it was been moved, bubble was at the center, the staff reading was 1.280. So the staff intercept difference is 0.035. Then again calculate the R2 by making use of the formula N LD upon S, N is equal to 2, and staff intercept which we have calculated. So just substitute, calculate R2, and correspondingly alpha 2 is equal to here, again multiplied by 206265. Okay, that gives me 120.32 seconds. So similarly for the case 3, it is been calculated. Okay, so this is S3 is equal to 1.345 minus 1.280, which is equal to 0.065 meter, and R3 we have calculated, and alpha 3 we have calculated. So now we are going to calculate the average, because we have calculated 3 values for 3 moment of the bubbles. Okay, so as we are knowing that the sensitivity of bubble 2 is been expressed in terms of radius of curvature and angle of curvature. Okay, so for that purpose, we are going to calculate the average of that. So R1, R2, and R3 we have calculated, that was 6, 3.43, and 2.77. So that we are going to add it, divided by 3, and calculate the R average. Similarly, we are going to calculate the alpha average, that's the angle of curve. Alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3 divided by 3. So this we have calculated 68.755 plus 120.32 plus 148.97 divided by 3. So average of that comes out to be 112.68 seconds. So the conclusion will be the sensitivity of bubble tube is expressed in terms of radius of curvature, which is equal to 4.067 meters, and angle of curvature, that is alpha, which is equal to 112.68 seconds. Okay, so that is radius of curvature R is equal to 4.067 meters, and angle of curvature alpha is equal to 112.68 seconds. Okay, so this was regarding the calculation part and the theoretical part, that how we are going to see the said practical, how it is to be conducted, what is the theoretical background, how the calculation is to be done, how the values are to be entered in the observation table and do the calculation and control to the result. Okay. So in the next lecture, we will move further with the numericals based on the corrections, that is correction due to the curvature or curvature and refraction and visible horizon. Okay. So we'll stop it here. Thank you.